Okay, so this is gonna start our Wednesday night chat. Tonight's chat is inspired by one of our teammates, a conversation that she and I had this week, kind of asking for advice on like how to bring up Plexus in person. We all are, getting pretty comfortable posting on Facebook. I like to call it being a Facebook hero because we're all pretty courageous when it comes to being on the internet. But what happens to us when, I'll tell you what happens to me when I'm trying to talk to someone, especially in the beginning. It was so hard talking to people in person. It's still not super easy. I kind of shriveled up, to be honest with you, like turned into a shivering little leaf. And so hopefully this video will help you guys and kind of iron out those wrinkles. So I'm going to flip to my notes. I just want to talk tonight about effectively translating our belief into potentials. I think a good place to start in this conversation is that we get really excited. We have felt the benefits. We start maybe getting a paycheck. However much that is, it really like lights a fire under our butts, right? So I wanted to pull, if you guys are able to watch Jen Brett's chat today on like posting correctly on Facebook, I kind of want to pull that in because it's totally related. But we get so excited and we feel like we have so much to say. And there is a lot to talk about when it comes to Plexus. We can talk about all the different products. We have 15 or 16 now. We have a lot of products that we can be talking about. We have a lot of things to be excited about, the benefits of Plexus, the ingredients of Plexus, the paycheck that we're getting, whatever it is, there's a lot to talk about. But we really need to whittle down and figure out what's effectively, what's coming across effectively and what's not so effective. To go over it quickly, I did comment below her live video. You guys can see Brian. He's making an appearance in the background. That was distracting, sorry. In the comments on Jen's video, though, I posted what is a good ratio to post on Facebook. And Rebecca Folks at Convention went over this, and it has changed the way I post on Facebook. I actually kind of still have to make adjustments. But this is in order to not appear so salesy on Facebook. So some simple math explains to us that there's 5 days out of the work week, right? Monday through Friday. So they suggest that we post 2 to 3 times a day. Times 5 days, that's 15 posts. So of those 15 posts every week, we should be aiming for 10 of the 15 to be completely unrelated to Plexus, completely. Of those remaining 5, 4 of those should be indirectly related to Plexus, and only 1 should be full out raging Plexus, like shameless plugs. So keep those in mind when you're going through and posting, because it's really easy, again, to make every single post about Plexus, but we don't want to come off that way. That's what turns people off. That's what makes people start scrolling. And one of the things, too, I just wanted to throw this in there. One of the things that Emily has taught us seriously from day one is stop with the salesy graphics. She is such a proponent. Well, actually the opposite of a proponent. She is so against them. And truly put yourselves in the consumer's shoes. It just doesn't look very good when that's all you see. Because if you think about it, what do you see from other companies, you guys? Like from It Works and Advocare and Thrive and a Beachbody, from every other company that's out there, it turns people off. And we don't want to be just another MLM. We want to be the MLM, obviously, because our products really do what they say they're going to do. We are all testament to that. So number 1, we get excited. We really need to hone in our branding and the way we represent ourselves on social media. Number 2, we need to be the messenger and not the message. Now think about that. It sounds kind of confusing, but be the messenger, not the message. How do we do that? This is kind of where I want to bring the example in. And the teammate that I was talking to works a really like high-speed job. She sees a lot of people every day. She comes into contact with so many different people, and that's awesome. That's a really great networking tool if you use it correctly. That's the big asterisk. But it's scary when your dealings with people are face to face for the most part, and your 9 to 5 is people. So she was really asking, like, she's nervous about it, and we all are. She's certainly not the only one. I mean, raise your hand if you have gotten nervous time to time when you know that you could be talking to someone about Plexus, but you chicken out. I am one of those people for sure. I do brows. That's my 9 to 5. And so it's a busy studio. I see lots of people every day, and I see people with acne every day. I see people with really lackluster skin every day. I see people coming in with sodas. Don't even get me started. We have like an espresso bar outside. People come in with huge vats of coffee. That's such an in. So the person that I was talking to this week kind of wanted to just talk about how to get past that hump, I guess. And that's kind of the basis of what I wanted to talk about here. But the second point, how are we supposed to be the messenger and not the message? Our products speak for ourselves, or speak for themselves, right? So we don't need to barf in person about the products, because once, we just tell them what they do, or what they have done for us. And that's probably the easiest way of starting to go about things. So you notice someone that is yawning. You guys, take that. Don't ignore the yawn. You were the yawning stranger to someone else, whether that was on Facebook or in person. Like, think about when you first heard about Plexus. It was online, probably. In fact, I can say for sure it was online for all of you. But we all started, we all need more energy. We all need to stop craving things. We all need to do all these things that Plexus provides us with. But that's your in. That's where you shouldn't be ignoring people. A really easy way to back yourself up, like, you can say, like, oh, I see you're yawning, or have you had a really like tough night, or has your day been long, or whatever. You can say, like, oh man, I have the best thing I need to show you. Like, this is my top secret weapon. Like, I can't live without this day to day. Here's what you do. You carry your product cards from your success kit. Do not leave the house without them. I love those things. They do your job for you. Point number 2, never leave the house without a stick of Slim or 5. Also a notepad to keep down, or to keep track for tax reasons, how many you give out, because that's important at the end of the year. But sticks of Slim, your success kit product guide, and where did my notes? I'm so sorry. Oh, business cards, obviously. If you guys have them, or you can even make them, if you're great and crafty on the computer, just whip them up or order them from Etsy, whatever it is that you want to do. Business cards are huge and really add like kind of a third-party validation sort of to you, so you don't look like, you're just scrawling your number on a piece of paper or whatever. Like, it just looks better if you have business cards. If you can afford it, obviously it's not a requirement. But having those things are really great tools to help get across the point. And really drive home the benefits and the effects of how Plexus can help this person. But one of my favorite things that I've heard along the way when you're talking to a potential is kind of make it a secret. Kind of lean in, lower your voice a little bit, and make it something super exclusive to whoever you're talking to about this. That way they feel like it's something super special, and that only you're letting them in on. Think about if the situation was flip-flopped. I'm sorry, I'm going to move this computer because I keep catching the flash in the back of the screen and it's distracting to me. Anyway, lost the train of thought. Oh, so lower your voice, get really close, like lean in just a tiny, and that make them feel like, obviously, like you two are the only two in the room, like you're talking to just them, which in this case may or may not be if they're with a group of people or whatever the case may be. So bring all of those things to the situation, and just keep them in your purse, your bag, your backpack, baby bag, whatever you've got. Also, for the love of God, please do not forget to get their contact information, because if you give them a business card, if you leave all of that information in their lap, chances are they're not going to do anything with it. Whenever I hand out a sample at work, if we've had like a good conversation, I ask them if I can take their contact information, just so I can follow up with them and ask how they've liked whatever I sampled them, whether it's a moisturizer or foundation, whatever. I call them a couple of days later so that they've had a chance to use it, or maybe not, but just say, hey, Sally, it was really great talking to you the other day. I'm so glad we met. I just wanted to follow up with you and see if you've gotten a chance to use the sample I gave you. Same goes for Slim, right? We can exchange information, especially if you've had a great conversation with them. At the end of the convo, just say, you know, I've really enjoyed talking with you. Would you mind giving me your phone number so I can follow up with you with this sample? I would love that. And you know what? Better yet, here's my Facebook app. Would you mind just adding yourself to my Facebook? You guys, how genius. I think Emily talked about that in a couple of videos, and I loved that. I was like, oh man, mic drop, Emily. That is such a good, it's just so good. I mean, they're introduced to Plexus, obviously, then. They see that you're a real person because we're doing what on Facebook? Posting appropriately. So they see that you're a real person, that you have, you know, real life, that you're not just Plexus, Plexus, Plexus. They also see the different benefits of different articles that you're posting. So they see your life on Facebook. They met you in person. What's better than that? I'll tell you. Following up. Giving them a couple of days to hopefully try the product. If not, it can serve as a reminder to try the product, to try the sample. And then give it I wouldn't even give it a week before the next time you follow up, but just consistently making sure that you're reaching out. And I would alternate, and this is what I do in my business, I alternate how I go about the follow-up. So the first contact will be, hey, Sally, thank you so much for the convo the other day, blah, blah, blah. It was really great meeting you. Just wanted to see if you've had a chance to try your pink drink. I'm so excited and so antsy to see what you think of it. Then the next time, hey, I hope, how's your week? Not just I hope. Always ask questions. Here's a good example. Instead of saying, hey, Sally, I hope your week is going good. Have you had a chance to try your sample yet? Hey, Sally, how has your week been? Send. No Plexus. Only life. You want to alternate. You don't want to just be Plexus, because then they're going to be like, ooh, this girl is just trying to sell me something. This is not cute. I do not want to be a part of any of that. And they're going to totally start to ignore you. So alternate it. If they don't respond, chances are they will, because you've kind of dropped the Plexus flag in that second reach out. But just have faith, you guys. They say that sales happen after the 8th contact. Don't lose faith. It doesn't come easy. Some people are like, yes, sign me up, like your bestie, whatever. She's like, girl, you look great. You have so much more energy. You're sleeping better. Sign me up. I'm down. But other people, you have to work so much harder. 18 months in, I'm still getting people with the first contact. And then they're like, okay, well, let me try a sample, or let me think about it, whatever it is. So just remember that. Don't get discouraged if after, 4, 5, 6, sometimes like I said earlier, sometimes 8 times it takes for them to come around. So you can just hold tight. The third thing, and I really want to spend some time on this too, and I know that it's kind of the fluffy topic of all of this, but it really ties everything together. This is going to drive everything home because it is so important in every single aspect. You guys, belief. If you do not have belief in each aspect of this company, find a way to. But there's 5 different points of building belief. The first one is belief in the product. 2, belief in the company. 3 is in our comp plan. Do you know what other company pays us or pays people the way that Plexus pays us? We get paid 11 ways, you guys. If you haven't watched the video on, is it Tarl, Christina, do you know? The one that does the comp plan video. So please excuse him. God bless him, but he is so not good to listen to. Like, I can't stand that man's voice. I love him and his heart. He is so sweet, but let's be real. He is not a good talker. He's so much better in person, promise. And you guys will just have to find that out at convention next year. But watch that video. And then just know that no other company has the potential to pay their people the way that Plexus pays us. It continuously blows my mind. There hasn't been one single month since I've actively been working my business that I haven't had at least a 3-digit raise. Do you know what that would do for some people? Like, that's not necessarily like, that doesn't mean that this person, I was doing this off camera. If this person will, it doesn't mean that this person will do it, and that doesn't mean this person will do it. And there are people that do even better than me. I don't mean to say that I like make $1 million from this company yet, because obviously I still have 9 to 5, but I'm trying to leave for Plexus. However, it is so unreal the way that they pay us. It's very generous, and it's very thorough, and it's very fair. So if you guys don't have belief in the way that they pay us, please build it there. I'm a numbers girl and like to see things in black and white. And what better way to build your belief in a company than the way that they pay you? Because it can be life-changing. For actually, the last example that I'll put, this is just insane to me. This is like a fairy tale, seriously. Celeste Gwynn, double diamond, okay? If you guys don't know how much diamonds make every month, please look up the averages. They make, I swear to you, almost 40 grand a month. She is a double diamond. Do the math. 80 grand monthly. That's almost $1 million a year. What? So you guys, it's possible. Number 4, belief in yourself. That's huge. That is one of the ones that most recently I've had to develop. Until I believed in myself, and it was at convention that I really had a breakthrough, and that's another story for another time. But when you finally find that belief in yourself that you can be the next Celeste Gwynn, hello, do you know how powerful that can be? Huge. It is, again, it could be life-changing. So believe in yourself, blah, blah, blah. I know it sounds cheesy and silly. We've learned it all since 2nd grade, but find a way to believe in yourself. And really, I've found the best way to do that is to really develop yourself. Start reading books, start busting out your audiobooks, do something, but start building up yourself. Take a lipstick that you don't use anymore and write affirmations on your mirror, for crimini's sake. That works wonders too. Do Post-its. I love Post-its. I put them in my car. I make a mess out of the house with Post-its. Do something so you can build yourself up every single day. You can, just make yourself feel good. Nobody can do that like you. Number 5, you guys, belief in your team. That's my job. For those of you that don't have a team yet, that's okay. That will come. But that's my job, is to pour into you guys and make sure that you guys feel like you can be the next Celeste. There is no greater desire in my heart as a leader than to make you guys believe that. To hear your guys' goals to reach the top or even reach Emerald. Do you know how much that means to me? Like nothing more. I don't want anything more than to see you guys go Jewel. To promote even, I want you guys to go Silver. I want you guys to climb the ranks, because I want you guys on that stage. Yes, Christina, that'd be so cool. Will you post it in the team page, actually? If you guys didn't read what Christina just wrote in chat, it says, I'll send you girls a picture of my closet. The mirror is covered with affirmations and goals. That is solid. Do that. Exactly. Make a dream board. Do whatever you have to do to build belief in yourself. And if you guys have suggestions on how you do that in your day-to-day life, please write it in the group chat. But back on my tirade about building belief in your team. If you guys haven't added each other on Facebook, had any other sort of connection outside of our dealings just publicly on Facebook, start to get to know each other, ask questions, professionally develop one another, because I learned so much from you guys still. That chat that inspired this whole Zoom was someone that seriously just joined this month. Like, you never know where your inspiration is going to come from. Like I said, I still gain inspiration from people that just started. Same with Celeste, people all the way at the top, Emily, Jen Brett, like all of those people, they pull inspiration from so many places. So I want you guys to build belief this week. Finish out this week strong. I want you guys to look up a couple of people on YouTube and on Facebook. The McCalls, get ready to laugh, okay? This couple is a circus. They are so insane. They make each other laugh, and they are so over the top ridiculous. I can't. But they're so bold in the way that they present Plexus. It's unreal. Like, just watch, you'll get it. if they don't build belief, like if they don't speak to your belief system, I don't know what to tell you because they're crazy. They totally make me laugh. And also, I do want to finish up with a couple more things. Oh, okay. So, sorry. I'm getting so excited with these last couple of points. Look up the McCalls. I want you guys to look up Rebecca Folks. Her last name is spelled Fowlkes. I'll link, actually, I'm going to write myself a note. I'm going to write in the comments when I post this on our team page. I'm going to write those people in the comments section. But I want you guys to go search them out on social media. Look them up on YouTube. Look them up on Instagram, Facebook. See how they represent themselves on social media, and kind of draw inspiration from them. But when you guys are out and about, I want you guys to keep your eyes and your ears open. It's so easy to be like this, waiting in line at the grocery store, wherever you are. It's so easy. Believe me, I know. We're busy, we're overwhelmed with a lot, and by keeping our eyes and our ears open, that can expand our markets. Handing your business cards out, shaking someone's hand, asking genuinely, this is probably my favorite, asking genuinely how someone is powerful because it can open up so many answers, some of which you may not want to know. But also some people, will divulge information that you wouldn't have known otherwise if you didn't ask. The range of answers can be I'm tired, or I'm okay. I've gained a lot of weight, whatever. I don't really know. Obviously it can be a thing. But keep your eyes and your ears open because it can be a window into, who knows, it could be your rock star. It can be the person that helps propel your business to fast start gold. I don't know. You don't know is the point of all of this. And I do want to close out by saying, if you don't already have one, come up with your elevator speech and practice. And by elevator speech, I mean when someone asks you what is Plexus? And also I want you guys to know 3 products, what the bottle says. So the 3 that I would start out with are the triplex pieces: Pink Drink, ProBio, and BioCleanse. I want you guys to know, I'm going to call them sound bites because I'm a nerd. But I want you guys to know the key points in those products that you can just rattle off to someone who asks. But first and foremost, I want you to come up with something unique. Not just Plexus is a line of supplements and health products. No, I want you to get down and dirty with it. I want you to really come up, and I want us to talk about it together because there's a lot of different creative ways of talking about it. Christina, actually, I'm going to have you hop on. Do you remember, because I'm so bad at this, do you remember who it was at convention that talked about, was it Sheila that talked about the elevator speech?
It was either Sheila or Rita Davenport. I can't remember.
So remember how poignant that was though? They were talking about how instead of saying it's a line of supplements and health products, they were saying what is Plexus? What do you do with Plexus?
Yeah, actually I think it was Sheila to think back. And it was talking about power words, right? How, I'd have to pull out my notes, but I might be mixing convention and Super Saturday.
No, it was for sure convention. I'm sure they talked about it at Super Saturday too, but they were just talking about how instead of saying the little cookie cutter description, talking about how you help change other people's health and wealth.
Mm-hmm.
How does that not draw strangers in? Who doesn't want their health to change and who doesn't want their wealth to change? Hello. That's why you guys are all here.
Being short with it to leave them wanting more questions, right? Or wanting more information rather than spewing it. You're going to lose somebody pretty fast. I've seen it on people, even if I'm not talking about Plexus, I've seen it when you just talk too much. It's or
la la la. Yeah, they get this ridiculous glazed over thing on their face, and that's not what you want. That's opposite of what you want, actually. And I have been there. I still get there. Actually, I did it today. Bad example, but when you go and fly off the handle and explain every single product when someone asks what Plexus is, no, guys, no. Reel it back. so that's what the elevator speech, and that's why it's so important, is to have something practiced. And in the conversation with the girl that I was talking to this week, if you have to, write something up, give it to your husband, your boyfriend, who you live with, it really doesn't matter. Give it to someone and have them quiz you. Memorize, like familiarize yourself with it, but don't also turn it into a script. But have something prepared where if someone asks you and you're in that situation, you can easily spout it off confidently, and also invite more questions. So that is what I had to talk about today. You guys are awesome as always. Thank you guys so much for gold. You all helped me get there, and I really want you guys to share in this joy, because it's been 18 freaking months. Like, actually we'll call it 19 because it's 18 and a half. 19 months, you guys. If I can go gold in 19 months, you guys can do it too. Like, it is so possible. But I want you guys to share in this joy, because going from silver to gold, I didn't think it was going to happen, to be completely honest. But I have to give you guys the credit. You guys helped me get there. And going from 3 people to 20 is kind of a daunting task. But you guys were always there, encouraging every step of the way. And I just love you guys for it. You're awesome. And I can't, this is my goal actually. Ooh, it's telling me that I'm talking too much again. This is my goal. My next step obviously is senior gold and rank, but most importantly, this time next year, by December, by the end of this year, I want to see all of you guys, every single level 1 on my team go silver. That is my goal, at least. That would make me so happy. But that is really what the point of all of this is to teach you guys duplication, to teach you guys what we do every single day so that you guys can also advance in the ranks. Because I would, like I said in the beginning, there would be no greater joy than to see you guys achieve success also and start to achieve and realize your goals in this. So I'm going to sign off on that awesome we'll call it a tangent because that's what it was. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to reach out for FaceTime dates, whatever it is. I'm always here. I always try and stay really available. So shoot me a text. You guys know how to get a hold of me. You guys are awesome. I love you all. And we'll talk on Monday with Nick. Bye.